Hey guys, it's Soundwave880. I am finally back from my second business trip, and I am just here to let you know that I am ready to get back to my video making and voice acting work. This video is just to help you guys know where have I been, what videos I'm planning to release next, what is the future of certain series like Rise of the Decepticons, Masters of the Universe, and all the other stuff that you guys are interested in. So if you guys want to skip ahead to questions that you actually care about, I won't blame you, but please do not log out of this video and just stand by me, because I think this will be really useful for some of you guys who are interested in some of the projects that are coming up. I'm going to make this quick because I know that there are a ton of other videos that you guys would rather be watching, and I thank you for being here right now supporting me. So let's not waste any more time and dive into it. It has been no surprise to me that this channel has been found lacking. I am very grateful for the subscriptions that I've had already, but it's still way lower than what I would like to be for how far I've come. And the main reason for this is my lack of videos. I mean, the last video that I released that people actually cared about was Rise of the Decepticons Episode 3, which had a relatively good turnout. Not as good as Episode 2, but I can understand that. It was very long and didn't have as many fight scenes as it should have, but I enjoyed making that video. But yeah, I realize that I have not been putting out a lot of videos, and a main reason for this is that I have been gone for the last 2 summers, and many of you are probably wondering, where have I been? So I'm gonna reveal the truth about it. What is the business trip that I've been going to? In the year 2023, I signed into the National Guard. I have basically been spending the last 2 years preparing my body and mind to serve my country. So I have been spending the last 2 summers in basic training and advanced individual training. When I'm out of there, I had to do my years of high school, so really no time for video making, even though I have been trying. Some projects were scrapped, some projects never got around to, all of that for lack of time. But yeah, that is the main reason why you guys have not been receiving new video. I am not telling you this so that I can receive recognition or praise. I am simply telling you this just to let you know where I have been, and to let you guys know that since I am done with AIT, that I don't think that this will happen again. I should be allowed to remain here to work on my projects when I'm not at my job or college. But other than that, yeah, that's really all you guys need to know. I'm not going to go too much into depth about it. But yeah, for those of you who have been wondering, that's where I've been for the last 2 summers. What does the future hold for me now? Well, now that I am done with high school, finally, I am taking a college course to get my associate's degree. I am also still working my 2 jobs of the National Guard and librarian. I may find a 3rd job because that's a lot of free time on my hands, since my YouTube channel obviously has not been paying any bills. But other than that, I intend to spend a lot of my free time working on my YouTube videos and my writing. So yeah, hopefully I intend to get a lot of projects out to you guys. I'm gonna stop trying to make such long videos, and I'm gonna focus more on getting you back to the original product of like 10 to 15 minute videos. That way they are quicker to make and quicker to post. So yeah, maybe we can start getting those subscriptions up, please. When will I finish Rise of the Decepticons? That's a tough question. ROTD was a passion project of mine a while back. I had been collecting Transformers that were not G1 so that I could make these videos. And after the abysmal failure, which was the problem with Orange Energon, I tried something different. I had recently been watching the Bayverse films, and I kind of liked movies 1 and 2. I loved movie 3, but I didn't really like movies 4 and 5 that much. But I often wonder to myself, what if movies 4 and 5 did not happen and we took it in a completely different route, which is where the inspiration for ROTD came from. I absolutely loved voicing Berserker throughout the course. He has transitioned to become one of my favorite Decepticons because of it. I honestly think that I could have chosen someone better to voice Barricade, probably AHM1K, and someone better to voice Megatron, even though I have enjoyed doing so. But other than that, and having my cousin Ned voice Bumblebee was a great honor. I really loved having him be a part of the project. But going forward with this series, I did it when I was early into my writing years. So a lot of the ideas I have in there sort of seem too fantastical and not very logical, especially when it comes to the Transformers lore. I still hold some passion towards this project, but not so much as I used to. I do intend to finish it, but I don't know when. And I'm not sure if I'll do it for as long as I wanted to. Originally, I was planning to give it a happy ending, but now I'm thinking more of a dark and tragic one. If I do intend to do it, I'm going to wait a little bit because they are releasing the new Last Night Studio Series Megatron. I would definitely love to have that, considering my Last Night Megatron doesn't have too much articulation. And overall, yeah, I would like to rethink some of the episodes I was planning to do for it. But other than that, yeah, I think I'm gonna complete ROTD, but it may take a little bit longer than you guys are hoping, so sorry for that. Masters of the Universe Retribution. Now this is a big brainchild of mine. I have had it since the terrible project Skeletor Gets Bored. Around that time, the company that was doing so was starting to release the Masters of the Universe Origins toys, and I had only collected the original figures, so having some with some real articulation was awesome. So I just started to collect them, He-Man, Skeletor, and I just continued from there. And the more that I had, the more I wanted to create a bigger project. Originally, this was supposed to go in a very comedic route with how Skeletor got bored. So many stupid ideas. I was big into the channel Absurdly Awesome. He was one of the stop motion people who really got me into doing this. And at that time, all I wanted to do was comedy videos. Comedy. And I only started to get into the more serious types the more I started to watch others like Panda Jack. So soon this Masters of the Universe project transitioned from a comedy towards a dark fantasy drama, in which I got the idea of He-Man and Skeletor's final battle together, because that's what this series is about. It's not the origin, it's not in the middle, it's meant to be He-Man and Skeletor's final battle, not the cliche that we got with Masters of the Universe Revelation. I'm actually planning to do their final battle, and I'm trying to make it fitting of the lore. I'm trying to make it a love letter to all the fans, like I myself was. and I'm trying to do it justice for the way that I was in the beginning. So don't get me wrong, I didn't hate Masters of the Universe Revelation. Don't start screaming at me. I thought it was cool in the beginning with the animation, and I liked a lot of the ideas that it had, such as He-Man and Skeletor dying at the same time. I always thought that that's how it should have been for them. I really like the idea of Skelegod. As a child, I used to make comics about what if Skeletor finally got his hand on the Sword of Power, and just to see that, you can imagine my excitement when he finally did that. There were a couple other things in there that I liked, but overall, yeah, it was a pretty big letdown from what people were expecting. But yeah, Master of the Universe Retribution is meant to be just this big, dark, and awesome story, which pertains to my four main characters, He-Man, Adam, as he finally comes to terms with the power of Grayskull. Originally, it was meant to be him just having fun and using his power for the good of all, but as he comes towards his final blows with Skeletor, he learns of his true destiny and what it means to truly be a champion of Grayskull and the sacrifice that comes with it, and just the truth that you can't always save everyone. Sometimes there's not the right or wrong decision, there's just the only decision. Then there's Teela, who is now the second sorceress of Grayskull. She is coming to terms with the fact that her mother is in fact the sorceress. Just how to accept that, and how to come to terms with it. She-Ra, who has just recently turned away from the Horde and Hordak, and she's coming to terms with all the grief and suffering that she's caused throughout the years. She's trying to find her place in this world and trying to become a leader that Eternia needs her to be. And then, of course, Skeletor, who is finally going to come into his destiny of taking Castle Grayskull, and he's finally willing to shed the last bonds of morality and sensitivity that he has had pertaining to his past life, and willing to do whatever it takes to finally kill He-Man. Masters of the Universe Retribution Episode 1 was the last project that I was working on before I headed off to AIT. It's nearing completion. I've done 2/3 of the raw footage for it. I have obtained all my voice actors' voices for it, and yeah, it's nearing completion. This project has been such a love child of mine. I have worked on the script for years until it was completed. I have been gathering VAs for months. Music I have been able to get from wonderful content creators on YouTube who are willing to lend it. Same with the art that I intend to use for Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountain. The people who have created those designs were phenomenal, and I cannot thank them enough for their support. I can also not thank enough my cast. It took me so long to find the perfect voices for each character, but I could not have picked out a better crew of people, and I won't name them all off, but I'm going to name off a few, just because. Zach Zuhari. I'm sorry, Zach. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I should have asked you earlier. But he is voicing Adam, He-Man. He is phenomenal with his work. I am so glad that he signed on for it. Duncan Bruce as Skeletor. I knew as soon as I heard his voice that he was the one meant to be Skeletor. He's just, you can hear the menace in his voice. I love that he's on board with this. Brittany Monroe as Teela. She is a great VA, and I am so glad to have her on board. Jade Ivy as She-Ra. Christopher Gooley as Orko. Berserker Girl as Sorceress. Upsalonia Studios, my friend who voiced Shockwave in ROTD. He's a great VA, and I am so pleased to have him back on board as Trapjaw. He knocked his audition completely out of the park, and I'm so glad he's on board. I myself will be voicing as my favorite Master of Evil, or Dark Master Webster, sorry, not Webster Dictionary. He has been my favorite Dark Master for years, and I'm so glad that I get to voice him. But overall, this project is going to be big. It's my best work so far. That's not saying much considering I still have a long way to go, but I have worked so hard. It has some of my best fight scenes that I have ever made. The best VAs that I've ever had. I've been working so much on getting better audio quality and visual effects, and I just can't wait for this project to be finished because I have been working on it for so long, and I am so eager for you guys to view it. I know most of you come to my channel for Transformers content, but please give this a chance. You will not be disappointed. I cannot have done a better job. Scratch that. I could have done a better job, but with the amount of time and actual ability that I have to make these videos, yeah, it's the best I could have done right now, but it's still awesome, so please give it a watch when it's out. Transformers Vector Sigma is a alternative to ROTD. Once Masters of the Universe is finished, I really want to go back to Transformers content, but I didn't really want to go to the next episode of ROTD. I just don't really have the lackluster for it right now. Plus, the next episode's going to be really long, so after finishing ROTD, I didn't want to have to do another big project. So I created Vector Sigma to be an alternative to it, to just allow me to work on my projects while also giving my viewers something that they will love. Vector Sigma, it's gonna be awesome. I really enjoyed writing the scripts for it. I've got like 5 finished now. They are meant to be 10 to 15 minute episodes, which is going to create their own timeline for Transformers based on some of my favorite stories from it. Transformers Vector Sigma is meant to be a G1 based Transformers cinematic universe, but it is also going to take inspiration from all different other timelines, like the Bayverse, IDW Comics, Transformers Prime, Transformers Animated. I'm just planning to take them all and cluster them together. This also pertains towards the toys that I'm going to use. I am not going to simply use Transformers from the War for Cybertron toy line. To save money and time, I am also using Studio Series Transformers from the Bayverse and the Bumblebeeverse and a lot of other timelines. This is to help save money and time with these figures, but it is going to be awesome. I think just to have G1 Optimus fight Last Night Megatron, I definitely think that's the right call to make for it. These episodes are going to be cool. I am going to focus on not just the main lineup of Transformers that everyone really usually watches about, like Optimus, Megatron, Starscream, Bumblebee. Starscream and Bumblebee, I'm going to be honest, aren't really going to have too much to do with it. I felt they've had too much spotlight in a lot of other content creators, so I'm going to give the spotlight over to some characters who aren't really used that much, like Elita 1, Tarn, Berserker, Shockwave, Hoist, Warpath, Cliffjumper, Chromia, Moonracer, Wheeljack. Just a lot of characters who don't really get that much spotlight in videos. I am planning to give them a lot of their own episodes, and it's going to be cool. We have a lot of little projects for that. I have a couple 3-parter episodes which I'm really looking forward to, and of course there is my brainchild for the series, which you guys already know about, but I cannot wait to make this, Transformers Sound and Fury. It is going to be the origin story for Soundwave. I am honestly shocked that no one else has done this yet. I pray that none of you sneaks out there try to take this idea for yourself. I claim ownership right now in this video. If you try to take it, copyright infringement. I call copyright infringement. Just joking. Just please don't. Please don't. That would be very hurtful to me. But I'm taking a lot of inspiration from this, from G1, Transformers Prime, the IDW comics. I am trying to take all of that and trying to fill up the cracks of Soundwave's shattered life. How did he get to where he is? How did he achieve the power? How did he become loyal to Megatron? How did he get the voice box that he has? Just so many questions that I wanted to answer, and Soundwave has been my favorite Decepticon since I was a kid. Since I started watching the cartoon, he and Optimus Prime were really the only Transformers that I would go watch the show for. Obviously, because my name is Soundwave880, but it's because, not only because of his awesome voice and design, but also because of his loyalty to Megatron and the fatherly relationship that he has towards his cassettes. It has made him my favorite character, and I cannot wait to make this movie for him. It is such an honor to do this, and I myself will be voicing him, since I have done Soundwave for several other content creators out there. So hopefully I can do his voice justice and his character justice with my script. So yeah, if you guys are interested in voicing for the Vector Sigma series, please go to my Discord. The link is in the description below. I will eagerly await anyone's voices because I am already starting to amass a crew for it. So please do not hesitate to audition because I need some good VAs. This last project that I'm going to be talking to you about is a bit more obscure than the rest. I haven't really talked about it that much. Paradox. Originally, it was titled Masters of the Multiverse because it was supposed to be a sequel series to the Masters of the Universe that I was writing. It was also going to be the sequel series to Transformers Vector Sigma and ROTD, and it was basically going to put them all together like they did in Absurdly Awesome. I was going to do that, but the more I thought about it, the less I liked it, and I have since transitioned. Like I said, this was supposed to be funny. This was supposed to be funny and nothing more, but since then I've taken a more serious turn towards it, and now Paradox is going to be a awesome multiverse war, which I am going to try to use every form of continuity out there, such as Disney, anime, superheroes, horror movies, video games, all of those types of characters, like really that you can think of, I'm trying to cram into here. Obviously it's going to take time and money, so this series is definitely the furthest away from actually happening. Really, it's going to start out with a movie that I've developed for it, but I am nowhere near to the amount of characters that I need for it, nor do I intend to be, because right now I'm focusing more on the Transformers, getting ready for Vector Sigma, and making sure that I still have the right amount of characters for Masters of the Universe, since those are my 2 top priorities right now. But Paradox, it's a fun project. I'm looking forward to it, but since it's so far down the road, I question whether or not I will actually do it. Simply because I can't do this forever. I'd be a fool to say that I am. But the truth is, I don't know how long I will be able to do this. I definitely think college will be the best time to do it. considering I'll have a lot of free time on my hands. But once that's over, I'm not sure how far I'll be able to go. I know some content creators who do it with their families are able to juggle that with their other responsibilities, and I have great respect for them. But I'm thinking logically. I don't want this stuff to get in the way of my job or my writing, which I want to be my actual job. I don't want it to get. I don't want it to overcome the family that I want to have or the life that I want to have. And yeah, I'm going to try to roll with this for as long as I can, but let's be honest, nothing lasts forever. So yeah guys, hopefully that answered a lot of questions that you guys might have had. If you guys have any further questions, please do not hesitate to ask in the comments. If you guys have any comments, please do not fail to reply, because I actually look forward to answering comments. I will never leave a comment blank unless it's something stupid. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, there have been some stupid comments before that I've seen where I failed to reply to them. But other than that, I try to be a good host to my channel. So guys, please do not hesitate. I know that this wasn't any good content, but please do not hesitate to go back to my previous videos. Leave a like and subscribe. Share this one with anyone else who you think would like this channel. And if you're a VA who wants some work, please go to the link in the description below, head to my Discord, and audition for some roles for Transformers Vector Sigma. I am really looking forward to working with you. Other than that, yeah, that's all from me. You guys can go on now. Don't waste any more time in here, and yeah, have a good night.